The Elusive Samurai is one of the prettiest, most stylized anime I've seen in a long time. I mean, just the spectacular animation alone elicited raw emotion from me to the point where I felt as though I had just witnessed something life-changing. So of course it's the hot main character that went viral. I don't care if I'm anymore! I need to use his handlebars and his with my. Ignoring the fact that Japanese Twitter is thirstier than Kazuya when he wants to be cucked, the Elusive Samurai stands in a tier of its own as one of the most creative and visually appealing anime in decades, practicing a style that I've never seen before in my endeavor to waste as much time possible watching Japanese cartoons, wherein it mixes inherent cheapness with visual spectacle, both to up the comedy with the lack of animation while also preserving that sweet, sweet sakuga for the more important scenes, like this one. Meet Tokiyuki, an 8-year-old boy who's completely carefree, devoid of any worry whatsoever, and loves spending his days getting up to antics with his friends and family while priding himself on the fact that he'll one day be Hokage with all his loved ones by his side. And now they're all dead. Given that this is a brutal retelling of a real period in Japan, it holds absolutely nothing back, from implied assault of the sexual variety to the beheading of, well, literally everyone. And it ties that gruesome realism into how it molds Tokiyuki as a person while extrapolating on his role during the Kamakura period, ultimately boiling down to the first episode itself, ending with him being thrust into a new reality where he must learn to be a leader and become the hero he's destined to be, ignoring the fact that he goes out like a wet fart in real life while accomplishing nothing. Now personally, I have no plumb idea what the Kamakura period even is, and know very little about Japanese history in general, but the anime fortunately consistently regales you with historical facts to catch you up to speed, never assuming you know anything in the same way I don't assume I'm gay.
Have a good day!
And that typically works out for the better, with only the slight issue of the anime telling you the fate of one character historically, but then showing you a different outcome in its own story, in addition to occasionally going way out of its way to explain how Tokiyuki could realistically dodge something like an arrow, despite having literal magic shapeshifting powers later on in the show, thus creating a rift where a lot of earlier episodes can feel as if they were undecided between being an accurate historical retelling or going all out with a fictional rendition where the main character beats up grown men as a small child.
This better not awaken anything in me.
To me though, that's still fantastic when it's animated this well, so while Tokiyuki's relevance as an historical figure may have been negligible, as the main character of this story, it's phenomenal, as he's one of the few characters I've seen in an anime to be naturally written with the realism you'd expect from someone his age, including all the doubts that comes with being a kid who's been told his destiny was to be a puppet ruler, thus making for a multifaceted character that you watch grow slowly and naturally each episode into his future role as an iconic leader and generational hero. And also running makes him horny.
This can't be.
It says I'm
hella gay.
Like most characters in the show, Tokiyuki possesses an out-there personality that's treated as a gag, as can be seen in this quirky priest who teaches him life lessons, and his powerful band of warriors, who are also somehow children. But what I love most about Tokiyuki specifically is that his literal running gag is more than just his entire character and personality, as it's also a driving force behind his central character development, much in the same way as characters from Fire Force, in addition to also incorporating itself into the way he fights and even the name of the anime, elusively avoiding all of his opponents so that he doesn't end up like this. This has nothing to do with the show, I just thought it was funny. The anime understands the careful balance of Tokiyuki's multiple different facets as a character in the same way it does the serious and comedic aspects of the series, understanding that it's this combination of wacky silliness, even if it tends to go a bit overboard at times. Christ, you scared the hell out of me. And the unfiltered, darker elements that make the show so fun to begin with. Thus, the lack of either could cause the series to feel too one-sided in either direction, like becoming goofy from how seriously it takes itself, or overindulging in silly antics that wind up not being funny. Like me and my Patreon that you can subscribe to.
Leave me alone! Akira!
Fortunately, that never ends up happening, and it's primarily due to its colorful cast of goofballs, taking many cues from an anime like Iruma-kun, of having a wacky cast with one-note personalities and gags, of whom exist to alleviate the mood, while the anime slowly reveals more about them in the background to both endear them to you and never take the focus away from its main star, cleverly creating a diverse cast of both heroes and villains that keep the story fresh, while never feeling like it's just checking off boxes to include X amount of characters who all have sad backstories, because nothing tops Tokiyuki's.
No, 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 no. Wait.
Likewise, while the concoction of such a brilliant lead in Tokiyuki who encapsulates all the different aspects of the series is equally clever, what the anime manages to do with this guy is far beyond anything I've ever seen before. Takauji, the man responsible for Tokiyuki's clan's genocide and thus the main baddie of the series, in more ways than one, is the crux of the entire series and Tokiyuki's journey, and while he remains primarily enigmatic, he still managed to steal the show for me every time he was on screen, conveying everything I needed to know about him while never really speaking or expositing it, a feat achieved by the anime team that even the manga couldn't quite nail, as every single one of his scenes made me feel vaguely uncomfortable and even a little scared. But like, why would it make me feel anything? It's just some hot fictional dude on the other side of the screen. Oh wait, they've done that several times. You see, the answer lies in this particular scene, one which the director understood needed to demonstrate the power gap between Takauji and Tokiyuki. But the interesting thing is that at no point does any of what he does here feel cool as a shonen bad guy should. Unlike in many other shonen anime, where Madara slaughtering an entire army is literally the coolest shit I've ever seen, it's not emphasized to be badass, but disturbing, as you watch him effortlessly take out many a soldier with a calm and aloof demeanor, yet with ominous and sinister music playing in place of anything hype, furthering your discomfort by then showing his innocent fans rush through, normal people now becoming bathed in blood simply to witness his visage as if entranced and hypnotized, driving home the sense of unease in you, no, in me, that this isn't right, that he isn't right, while presenting abstract visuals all the while to drive home that he's demonic, alien, and no human. The exact antithesis to Tokiyuki, who has the will to live and thus a perfect and proper foil. Like Kirby is to Goku. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. It's plain as day for all to see the amount of passion and creativity behind the team over at Cloverworks from just this one scene alone. And the anime consistently goes that hard with the adaptation throughout the season, taking to heart the idea that less is more by crafting unique visual representations and transitions to save on actually animating a majority of any given episode. Which is important because the Elusive Samurai isn't a stunning character drama that delves deep into every character's psyche. It's a multifaceted piece of media that focuses on the visual spectacle, no matter in what way it's presented. So without the level of talent that it possesses, it wouldn't be nearly as good as it is. But that's not an inherent fault, because the unique style they've created that allows the anime staff's imaginativeness to bloom creates something that really stands out and intrinsically understands the manga's core appeal of great art and creativity, adapting that atmosphere perfectly to properly encapsulate the charm of the series and create something truly legendary. Hey, it's the end of the video, so I don't know why you're still here, but YouTube needs this video to be 8 minutes, so yeah. Well, since no one's listening to this, I can say that the grandma from Dandadan makes me feral. Like, she awakens a primal urge in me to repopulate the entirety of Japan. Oh, it's been 8 minutes.